This is Mike Forster here. I'm here to talk to you about a little bit about the DIADEM-Warrior, kind of explain a little bit about it to you. I've been playing pickleball for about 3 years, used many different paddles, so I'm just going to give you my take on the Warrior today. So when you're looking at the Warrior, the first thing that you're going to notice really is the width. That's kind of the big thing about it. It's 19 millimeter. I believe it's the biggest on the market as far as thickness is concerned. That's really important to know though, because there's a reason for that thickness. On the inside, it's the first company that's done a triple core on the inside of the paddle that I'm aware of. So the triple core is important because it kind of gives you the best of both worlds as far as softness, also power when you need it. And so to kind of explain that, the 3 cores you have on the outside of the cores, you have a polypropylene on both sides. The polypropylene is a real soft material, so when you're dinking and resetting, it allows you to place that ball where you want and not to overhit it, not to get those pop-ups that you would with a lot of other paddles. But it feels like you're really just kind of cradling the ball and hitting essentially with a cloud. That's because it's so soft. Those 2 cores are sandwiching an inner core, which is a aramid poly, which is a honeycomb core. Now, the thing about that core is it's a lot poppier, okay? So essentially what that does, it gives you the power when you need it. So when you're actually taking a swing at the ball, when you're trying to put some effort into it, you're gonna penetrate that core. The idea is that you don't really penetrate the middle core on the softer shots. When you're dinking, when you're dropping, mid-court, kind of just trying to dink it back, trying to keep it in the kitchen, you're not gonna penetrate that inner core. So it's gonna feel real soft and real nice, and you're gonna be able to put that ball exactly where you want it. It's about the softest paddle I've ever played with. And I come from playing with the Electric E and a few other softer paddles, but this is softer than that when you want it to be. Now, like I say, it's got that inner core, so whenever you're ready to take a swing and you're trying to put some power on it, you're gonna penetrate that inner core if you hit hard enough, and it's gonna have as much power as I need. There's probably gonna be some players that would like more power, but as far as I'm concerned, it's what I need. I don't need any more power than that. I need to keep the ball controlled. So this is what allows me to do that. The control on this is out of this world. If I talk about the spin, it generates a ton of spin. One negative I will give you about it, it comes with a grip paint. That grip paint's not gonna last, okay? It's not gonna stay on there for very long, not too long. You can think of the Franklin paddle, the Ben John's Franklin paddle. It's gonna wear off pretty quick. Honestly, you don't need it. I know that's what they say about the Ben Johns, and I was always skeptical of that. I can get a new paddle whenever I want. I haven't gotten a new paddle. I've stayed with this the entire time. The grit's not there anymore. I don't need it. I can create a ton of spin. My game is spin. I come from table tennis. My game is a whole lot of spin. So I need that. I generate so much spin in this, I have no issue. As far as the spin is concerned, when I'm rolling the ball, that's kind of my main shot. I like to forehand and backhand roll as much spin as I need. I do find that when I'm doing a softer dink with my forehand top spin, I'm not getting a whole lot of spin there because it's not penetrating deep. If I were to hit it harder for that dink, then I'm sure I would be able to create that top spin. That would be a negative, I think, just with an easy stroke without that grip paint. It's not going to create a ton of top spin on an easier stroke, but if you hit the ball, you're creating a whole lot of spin. Like I say, as far as power is concerned, I don't have any issue. It hits as hard as I want. Hands battles, I'm good, because when it hits that inner core, it's going to pop off. So I can generally beat people in hand battle just because when it hits that, it pops off pretty quick on them, and then I'm on top of them pretty quick. Drives, great, ton of spin. My rolls, like I say, I can place them anywhere because it's still super soft on those rolls, but because I am getting some of that inner core, I can put a lot of power onto it. Okay, so one of the main things about this paddle that I noticed right when I picked it up is the blocking on it. If I were to give a number on blocking, it would definitely be 10 out of 10 on this thing. It just, the way it blocks, and there's a couple of reasons, but the way it blocks is essentially I just got to put my paddle there. The ball drops firmly, nicely in the kitchen every single time. Like I say, because of that softness, it just drops right in the kitchen. But the reason for that is a couple things. It's not really a pickleball term, but there's something called a throw angle, which I come from table tennis, and that's a term in there. This has a really high throw angle. So essentially what that allows me to do is just put my paddle there. And the ball's gonna pop off the paddle, ball nicely in the kitchen. I think that's kind of one of the absolute main benefits of having this paddle is you can block anything you want, hardly even trying. Also part of that is you will tell when you lift it up, it's a little bit heavier. Just like, like I said, I come from the Electro-Me, so I'm comparing things to that. Just like the Electro-Me, it's a little bit heavier. It's an 8.5. I even have lead tape on there. Even though it's an 8.5, I still have the lead tape on there. The reason is because of that thickness, because of that weight, it makes it extremely stable. So that's what allows me to just put my paddle there and pop the ball off nicely in the kitchen. That's one of the big helps to me. It's one of the main parts of my game. The durability, like I say, I've had the same paddle for months now. Haven't switched. It's the only one I've used. Darn happy with it. I don't think anything's happening to it. Just played a tournament in this weekend, did pretty darn well, I think. The grip you'll find is a lot of the complaints of the Electro-Me was a thick grip. Even though this is a 19 millimeter thickness, they've tapered the grip to be smaller. To me, it's a perfect size. I'm super happy with it. I wouldn't change anything. I've got the grip on there and then one over grip, and that's it. So pretty darn happy with it. And one of the other things that kind of draws you to the paddle a lot is the design of the paddle. Obviously you can see they put a lot of effort into it, I can tell you that much. The red, the Warrior, which is a great name. 2 different fonts right there. The back side has our Diadem logo, Diadem, a couple of the technologies involved. I think it's beautiful, I think it's great. I can't wait for them to come out with the Diadem teal as well, which I hope they will. Right now they don't have the bag, the Warrior bag, but they're going to come out with that. But as far as the design, I think it's probably one of the best paddles on the market for that. A lot of the paddles I feel like are just kind of underwhelming with the design. So I think this is just if you want to look good, put some tape on there, make it look nice, you can do that. It's going to look great. So in conclusion, what I think about the paddle is, I think if you want to be able to dink all day, I think if you want to be able to have enough power to put the ball away, if you want the spin and stability for blocking, I think this is going to be a great paddle for you. This will suit somebody who wants to play a net game better. And for me, in my game, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Dinking, resetting, dropping the ball nice in the kitchen, surprise attacks from the net. I don't miss with this. So in conclusion, I really think that this is a good paddle for anybody who's looking for that kind of a game. If you're looking for a straight power game, this is probably not going to be for you. It's got enough power every time you want to put it away, but I like the game to where I'm dinking and playing a soft game. So appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe to Cliff. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. Press that like button, and thanks for watching, guys.